All right, so you're most likely back. If you're not back, watch the first video. Other than that, we'll continue on. So, PD people will be like, oh, well, for Meet Me and for Scout and everyone, they're all 18. What exactly do they have for 13-year-olds? The thing to save them from KIK. And what about the fact of where it's getting very naughty? What do they do? Well, here's the messed up craziness that you have to do that is freaking done. If you flash cleavage, you're banned for a little while. If you say the word feet, apparently you're banned for a while. That's right. That happens. You get banned for no apparent reason too. I'm just saying that's the truth. It's like you do get banned for no apparent reason. If you do moan like a storm, you might get banned. Maybe. It's like, I think you do. You can't truly drop it low, girl. Because if you do, you might get banned. You can't wear anything like outrageous. Yeah, of course you can't, which, hey, at least they figured that shit out. No sex, no showing your jing jong, of course. No showing your vamana, huh? So they have a few things that they're like doing good. It's like, yes, but there's many other things that they figure out ways to do it. I mean, I saw one person who actually had porn going on and they had it on their phone and they had the other phone showing it. So it's like they're strict, but they're also crazy, but they also have like some things that they need to work on. Now, you would ask, well, what about you? Have you ever got banned? It's like, no, I never show myself naked. I never shows my jing jong. And I give you my word as a gentleman that I never did that shit. So here's what happened when it came to me being banned on KIK. Number one, I did act of violence or threat of violence or some kind of bullshit. So I was driving and everyone was watching the road. It didn't really actually get people on yet. And then all of a sudden I got banned. And the only thing that you can hear is, I'm begging you, but and it's like, okay, so if I didn't speak, there was nothing in front of me that freaking actually showed anything of act of violence or symbol of violence, like a rebel flag, which no, I would basically like, my eyes would be big and be like, what the fuck? I always do that, especially when it came to a few times where I saw this truck that honored Dukes of Hazzard. I looked at it and I'm like, what the fuck? Because it had the rebel flag on the side of it. And there's one time where it even had the flag on the back of the truck, flailing around thanks to the wind. So yeah, if that does happen, I would basically be like, what the fuck? So yeah, it wasn't that. So apparently it was the song. So I decided to go look at the lyrics. Then after I looked at the lyrics, I tried to plead my case with them. And they basically said, no, you need to review the thing. No, you're banned. You're banned for 2 days. You did act of violence. Maybe read our terms of service. Yeah, that didn't help at all, did it? That didn't help at all. What did Modbot see? Modbot is the person that actually moderates things and kick people out or cancel freaking lives or ban lives. What the fuck did it see? What did it record to actually get me kicked out? They don't freaking tell you. What the fuck? Note, when it comes to Meet Me, I have a second account after 9 to 10 years of having my first account. And when it came to questioning of what happened, they were like, oh, you breached the contract. And it's like, I was trying to get into my account. My account got disconnected from the app. And the next thing I try to do is try to get back in it. And then all of a sudden this. So I'm like, what exactly happened for me to get banned? What happened? And yet, nothing. Yeah, they didn't do anything. But nowadays, when it comes to at least Meet Me, they are actually being nice. And every single time I get locked, that is like, you need to verify your account. You need to verify your account. You need to verify your account. They're always there to actually undo the freaking whatever's going on there. Thanks. At least they're good on that. Scout was messed up because I think they tried to delete my whole entire Scout, and now I don't have a password, and they don't have my email on record. Yeah, so they tried to purge me, but thank goodness the count stayed. The count was still there. Anyways, more kick cancellations or kick bans. Of course, as I said, I was driving, and basically the few other times it was I was driving, and now all of a sudden they're like, no driving. Look at our terms of services. And I looked at the terms of services, and guess what? There's nothing that says anything about you can't drive while using the app. They're trying to be safe, but I'm like, I'm not holding it with my fucking hand. It's on the dashboard. You dumbass. There's many others who actually do use it and have it in their hands and stuff. I did not. I had it on the dashboard for everyone to see the city as I drive. Given, yes, I understand that there might be some distractions, but in that case, it's like, yeah, and GPS is also a distraction. The GPS, the thing that's supposed to be helping us drive, is technically also a distraction. So, what now, idiot? And that's what kept on going with the temporary bans was you drive in, we detect you driving. I tried putting it down, but I can see the back seat. I put it, I just put it down in the back seat, and then eventually it's like, oh, well, no, and then it's like I have to put it somewhere else that's like now no one can see shit, and I blocked the camera. So it's like, yeah, it got to the messed up part of where I had to bend over backwards to be able to actually still do lives. But you took the fun out of it, Modbot, you dumbass. You took the fun out of it. And it's like there's many other people who are driving doing the same shit as me, but yet they were not flagged. They were not banned. What the fuck is that, dumbass? All right, anything else? And the last one that happened like at least two weeks ago was I was actually at the job, and it was actually facing at the door, and then all of a sudden I got temporary banned for partial nudity. You were naked at your job and showed people. Yes, if anyone can actually explain how a crazy nut job of a person will actually strip down naked and go on screen at the job and be like, yeah, look at me, yeah. And at any minute, someone could walk in and what the fuck? Yeah, tell me that. Tell me how exactly does that work? There was no streaker. Because if there was a streaker, I'd be like, holy shit. There was no streaker. There was no streaker that came into the store and was like, what the fuck? Get out of here, man. I don't want to see your Jing Jong. So, as you can see, it's basically glitched to where many other people actually get banned for no apparent reason. So they have the power to ban people, but yet there's many times where, they either ban the wrong people or they choose the wrong time to ban the right people, to the point where, guess what? There's many of them who actually have multiple accounts, 40 accounts to be precise. One girl named Terry Babe. And there was also that woman named D. She had like at least 2 accounts. I think she gave up now. She's somewhere else. But yeah, it's really crazy where it's like, yeah, their blocking system kind of freaking sucks. It's like, yeah, it kind of sucks, and they didn't even update their terms of service to be like, no driving allowed. I looked through the whole entire term of service. There's no thing that says you can't drive while using the app. You idiots. So it's like, yeah, what the fuck? So I guess the last thing to talk about is, of course, the atmosphere of the freaking the freaking app at hand. Yeah, and I'll be back for part 3.